There was a huge amount of variety on that wave. There was sort of layback snaps. There were tail throw finners. There was a lot of things kind of going on there. So on the variety side of things, it was amazing.
So crucial for Italo to get in this world title race as we get started with Alyssa Spencer. The night session starting for the women. Alyssa trying to fight for one spot into the semifinals. Got that cool pace. You always see that back arm just guiding her board to the top.
She chose no barrel here. Very, very, very definitively did not go for the barrel.
Yeah, she did that earlier on the backhand. And
wow,
I think
nice.
you know, ultimately she's not real confident in the backhand tube riding.
So Alyssa finishing up her first wave here in the night session. The wild card getting the call up from the Challenger Series representing North America in San Diego. Will now prepare for her left, but a great start there. Super talent. A couple of nice big backside hooks to set the pace for this night session. We'll make finals day for the women and bring in Rosie Hodge and Mitchell Salazar for the call.
And especially after only one of these ladies qualifies for the semis tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. But Alyssa, she did get that complete ride.
Yep.
So being the first to crack the seal on the women's night session, that's pretty impressive in itself. Let's see what she does on her forehand, because I think this is her strength.
I do as well. And she's been one of the standout surfers on the forehand, for sure on the left. Couple opening halves for Alyssa right here. Lays it on rail once again. Great variation from Spencer. Coming around the section, just waiting for this wave. Awesome turn up into the lip line from Alyssa once again. And she is just working this wave as well as she can right here during the night session. A lot of pressure being the first surfer out there as well. Setting up the inside barrel section. She's gonna double hand stall, and stalls a bit too much. So at the moment, first surfer out there in the water, 5.0 on the right. Say she does better, but by how much, Rosie, on the left hand? But it goes to show you how perfect the wave is in consequence. And as you were mentioning, the forehand looking good from Spencer. Great start, but it just seemed like this section right here where she set up the barrel maybe stalled a bit too much, Rosie.
Yeah, she kind of shifts that weight forward. She's eyeing this off. She's burning off a little bit of that speed and really setting up her body composure to travel through the cylindrical section of the wave. Just right there, she gets a little bit too deep, gets that little foam.
And we could be seeing one more. Alyssa's still in the draw. She is in the lead at the moment. Only the first surfer, though, out there. As we're going to see Lakey up and riding on this right hand. Her first wave of the night session. Former champion. She's won in 2019, but always been a stand-up performer here at the Surf Ranch. Great positioning in the barrel. She's going to come out cleanly. Let's go down to Strider. How's her view?
You know what? It's just rock solid. Lakey's so strong out here. When she starts to go into that lip and just starts to attack it, he just comes back to, you know, all the right points that she has under her belt up in Santa Barbara. So you can see the comfort level. Blowing tail out the back. That was insane right there. Beautiful lip turn, and then now she's going to drag the arm, try and get back behind that, and then come out and see what she's got for us on this corner. Big gouge down into the pocket. Great completion. There was one turn in there that was just so muddy. Beautiful surfing right there by Lakey.
Absolutely, Strider looking to improve on a 5-point ride. Show presented by 805 Beer. Ladies' night session out there in the water right now. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah, hearing that number, I'm sure Lakey is going to have a little bit of an exhale. That's a good, solid number. Will it stand the test of time? And can she improve on it on this left? You only need to take your best wave in this leaderboard format.
Up and riding on the left now. You can see her shift her feet back, readjusting her timing and her tempo on this wave. Decent start. Wants to get up into the lip line, though. We just saw Italo Fajeda just drop a monster score of an 8.5 on the last left. Clutch performance. Can Lakey do it here as well? Great surfing. Up and over. Gets a little caught up right there. Once again, not a ton of variation on this wave so far. And she did drop a 7-point ride on the right. Much better right there from Peterson. She's gonna step on the brakes. Gets barreled. Doesn't get completely disappeared. Finishes well though. Great lip line hit there from Lakey-Peterson. So the former champion looking to throw away a 7-point ride and increase her lead at the moment. We still have another 4 surfers to go after this.
Watching Lakey, I think you said it, Mitch, like there's that variety that we needed to see on this wave. She's already locked in the 7. She does have beautiful flow. And then this barrel ride was pretty special. I mean, she doesn't get really super deep, but she gets the 2-turn option.
Yeah.
This little bonus cut down right there.
How perfect they're hitting the lip and how well they're hitting the lip and what exactly they're putting into it, how much power by the amount of spray that comes flying off the top. Take it away.
Here goes the greatest female surfer of all time, the 8-time world champion, Stephanie Gilmore. Laying it all in line here, looking to beat a 7-point ride. At the moment from Lakey-Peterson, deep in the barrel. She's out. Gilmore with the moment of excitement there at the beginning of this ride. Riding the DHT times dark arts board out there. Things look magic underneath her feet. A lot of speed on this one. Catches a slight rail right there. She's out of position. She makes it around it though. And she just might be stalling for the second barrel at the end section right now. A lot of speed coming through this one. And it's gonna garner her a decent score right here, Rosie. Lakey-Peterson gets 2 7-point rides. So she does not increase the requirement. That barrel on the outside was special.
That from Steph, I mean, undoubtedly, she is the best in the barrel.
Yeah. Appreciate the honesty there from Stephanie Gilmore. The excitement level at the beginning of this wave through the roof though, Rosie.
I mean, right there, I thought, you know, really had to keep a keen eye on her just to make sure that she made that barrel. It completely disappeared and then kind of off kilter on that turn coming out of the barrel. And then she kind of had to reconfigure how she would usually approach this last barrel section. She gets super deep again. So sticking to that strength, but that rail work that she does when she times it perfectly, I mean, it's undisputed that she is the best at it. So here, I almost wanted her just to end off on this turn because she goes for the kind of rebate right here and the legs just lose a bit of steam.
It doesn't leave the same lasting impression. Big moment for Gilmore right here. She has never won at the Surf Ranch, but she has come close a few times. Up and riding on the left, and she is maybe not as comfortable on the left as she is on the right. She's got to make up for it right now, though. High pressure situation. And as Rosie said, got to reconfigure and recalibrate the game plan once you're up and riding. Little mishap right there from Stephanie, recovers well. Decent calm on the backhand, up and over the section right there with the foam climb. Lovely use of the rail from Stephanie Gilmore. Carves it back a few times, up into the lip line, stalling for the last barrel section here on the left. She's deep, and she's coming out with a lot of poise. Will it better the 7.13 though? You have Katie Simmers, Johanne Defay, and M.Picklum coming up next. Did Stephanie Gilmore do enough to move to the semis? And looking to better her score on the left-hander. Don't go anywhere, more action coming up. It's Katie Simmers about to hit the lineup. Katie Simmers in the water right now, the pride of Oceanside, the 17-year-old about to get her first ride of the night session.
Man, the smile on her face in the opening round, you know, just, that to me just said it all. Just her body language after her rides. Here we go, on her forehand.
Well, and she proved to us that she can hang with the very elite at this event. In her opening round heat this morning, how's that layback right there from Katie? Pulls into the barrel. Deep and steep. Can she come out? Yes, she can. Strider, how amazing was that barrel?
That was incredible. That gouge she did as she went into it was next level. She is just on fire. Look at these down carves. She's got a point of difference just with her style and her line that she takes. Then she has the technical ability to throw it straight up into the lip, as you can see. Now we got the inside section coming. Oh, front side, layback into the tube. Are you kidding me? Is she coming out? Oh my gosh, she is on fire. Big gouge again. Grabs the rail. That was some impeccable surfing. I mean, just beautiful. New school, designed with some old school line. That was just what we all dream about as a surfer, was combining the two, and that's what she did.
But the style on this wave in particular, Rosie, really stood out.
Man, to go for that gouge right there, it's really hard to iterate like how critical and like how risky that was. That really, she just threw caution to the wind. She's like, this is a cool section. I'm going to do this move, and then I'm going to set up for the barrel. And I spoke about Steph's barrel riding capabilities. This, I mean, was unbelievable.
Yeah.
There's even like a little bit of puff of spit right there, and she's on that foam ball. She negotiates through it. Yeah, there's just so many different things going on with Katie. It's so hard to kind of pin her or kind of pigeonhole her into any kind of style or what's going on. And we want to label it and we want to be able to kind of bottle it, but you can't. You can't really, like I said, you can't put her in one single box.
You can't categorize her. And guess what? She takes the lead, drops a 7.93. Caitlin Simmers in first place on the leaderboard, and she still has left to go. If we do want to be critical, she mistimed a few sections, so a score that was nearly an 8 could have possibly been a 9, Rosie. But all in all, to handle the pressure situation right now, after Steph surfed, impressive from the youngster.
Yeah, definitely. The 7.93, is that going to stand the test of this night session? Will she be number 1?
No?
It's only one person making it to the semis. So already, you know, Steph's out of contention.
And
Lakey's out of contention. Alyssa's out of contention. So the only people that can overtake her, Johanne and Molly.
How unique was that stall, though? She is just a star. And Strider said it perfectly. Bit of the old school with the new school. And what, she's 17, Rosie. Can you see her?
She should be in bed. I should be in bed. We
in
should
a
all
few
be.
years. Well, it is past my bedtime. I usually go to bed at 9. It's what, around 10 p.m. now, you'd say? Katie right now up and riding. Looking to better a 7.93. An 8-point ride would do it. And she is looking with a lot of determination down the line on this wave. Great carve right there off the top. Her backhand is a lethal strength of hers. Won multiple national championships, USA surfing events. And some great variation on this ride so far. Major turn right there. And that was a moment of brilliance. Looking for the barrel here. She's going to have to stall for it. And comes out somehow able to manage that section right there. And she nearly pulls the pop shut.
That was going to be a 10. Am I getting too excited? I think that was going to be a 10. Okay, I mean, it could still be.
It could still better the 7.93.
It is going to better the 7.93.
Wow, Rosie. Back-to-back waves from Simmers that were just jaw-dropping here.
Do you know what I liked about this too, Mitch? Because sometimes you get on the wave and you're like, turn, get frantic. Katie's timing, like she kind of coasted through that first little section of this left and then just started going hammer time on this wave. The poor left-hander at the basin, they're going to have to refill the pool. There's going to be a maintenance break because Katie has a... Wow, the barrel was sick. Watch this. Goes for the pop shove it. How close was she to landing that?
Very close. I mean, she nearly rode out of it, but how's that turn straight into the stall of the barrel right here? The recovery, Rosie, and the composure just to ride out of this thing at the end.
I hope all of the athletes are just taking notes because this has been... We've watched a lot of surfing today, Mitch. This has been my favorite ride so far.
She goes for the pop shove it with her hair in her face.
I think I saw a video of her landing that maneuver. I think it was in Hawaii or something a couple of months ago.
Here's M.Picklum now, number 3 in the CT ranks. Looking for something better than an 8.17. Nearly digs the rail there at the beginning of this wave. A lot of pressure now from Molly. He's going to stall for the opening barrel ride outside. Great positioning. Smart surfing so far from Picklum. Wraps it down. Strong turn right there in the pocket. On her way to a good score. Great variation from Picklum. Once again up into the lip line. Nearly lost it on the bottom turn there. And she's going to set up for the inside racetrack here for the barrel. Great positioning. She'll come out cleanly, but needs a huge finish. And she'll get a decent carve-in. Was that enough to break the 8-point range? And is it the best wave of the night session for the women?
That we're going to throw at this. Molly does some good work on the outside. It's just, she gets deep barrel, she engages the rail, she's doing everything right. Like the recipe is all there, she's adding all the ingredients. It's just whether or not it was dynamic enough. I mean, honestly, when she gets to that little barrel section on the inside, I was thinking in my mind, okay, if you're going to go toe-to-toe with someone that's just thrown an 8-1-7, you've got to get progressive. She's going to love this. I think that's what's going to kind of ignite the fire for Molly, is that she's going head-to-head with her good friend Katie. Can she get the edge on this left-hander?
We shall see. She's up and riding now. We have the sense of urgency right now from Picklum on this ride. A lot more speed, a lot more drive. That's more like it from Pickles. Into the lip right there. That's a lovely snap up into the lip line. Up and over the whitewater, nearly loses it, and she does. So Molly Picklum is going to have to settle with the finish here in the night surfing session for the women. Be spectacular.
It does have to be spectacular to get into that excellent range. I mean, the judges have really been reserved with that upper echelon of the scoring scale to get into the 8s, up into, you know, the 10s. We've never seen a 10 at the surf ranch out of all the surfing that we've seen over the years. So they're stingy with those big numbers. So she had to go for broke.
He tried so many varials on the end section and only landed one.
Yeah.
And we're talking about one of the greatest surfers of all time, a former runner-up in the world. Caitlin Simmers, on one of her first rides at the surf ranch at the CT event, nearly pulls one. It's sick. It's amazing. The talent has risen to the top. And this lady knows what rising to the top means here at the surf ranch. Defending champion, Johanne Defay, up and riding. She's the #1 seed out of the women's night surfing session. Great start for her. Strider, how about the start to this wave from Johanne?
Yeah, beautiful. Really getting up into the corner there. Beautiful tube ride. A little bit, tiny bit off tempo. Let's see what she can clean it up on the inside. You kidding me? That was a gouge. Into another snap. She's going to stall it out. Try to get her nice and deep into the barrel right here. And she's going to come out. Let's see what she's got on the insides. She's going to blow the tail out one more time to finish off. She likes it. I love the end of that wave. I thought that was really impressive. So let's see what the judges go with that one.
Like it. Looking at the replay here, Rosie.
A couple of moments of brilliance from Johanne.
Yeah, and it really started the midway through this wave. That's where she started to ignite this wave. Johanne's incredibly good in the barrel here at the surf ranch. I was hoping, you know, we might see a nose pick reverse from Johanne. I know that she's got that in her arsenal. So just this end section, it almost seemed like she was kind of in two minds of what she wanted to do on the end section. But it's so fun just seeing Johanne back in a jersey, back competing, knowing that she's competed in the WSL Final 5 2 years in a row.
You can hear that train coming towards her, and she's just got to be thinking to herself, okay, I need to do my best surfing out of day one on this wave. It's all or nothing, and you want to make or break right here on this wave. Up and riding. Starts off with a couple of decent snaps in the pocket. That's more like it from Johanne. Strider, the left. It's imperative for her to do well on this wave.
Yeah, this is her strength, though. She can do it. And wow, big snap up into the lip right there. Follows it up with another one. A little bit behind right here. She's going to reset and then go right back up into the lip and start working that angle.
Wow.
Another one. Here we go again. Bang again. Looking good.
So far, so good from Johanne Defay. Setting up for the barrel section on the inside. Great positioning, and she won't be able to come out. So we will be waiting on scores, but looking for an 8.18. Caitlin Simmers will be moving through into the semifinals tomorrow. Pressure might have gotten to her, but it just seems like she was a little bit out of rhythm with this midsection, Rosie.
Yeah, but the good news is Johanne's takeaway from this event is equal 5th place finish. So, you know, building in strength and confidence as she moves through the 2023 season. Great surfing from Johanne. Good to see her healthy.
Yeah, especially coming back from an injury. Only been surfing for a few events as well. Great performance. He's going to settle with the 5th place finish. And just unfortunately too deep right there for her in that barrel section at the end of the lap. Now Katie dropping a 7.93 on the right and an 8.17 on the left. She moves into the semifinals tomorrow, and it should be an action-packed day. 4 ladies in the semis. We got 8 men in the quarters. I'm looking forward to it, Rosie.
Yeah, this is a fun day.